Have you ever thought about why back in the day they were so obsessed with voting and voting rights and making sure like our women can vote and making sure like, you know, people had a voice? Because our leaders back then knew that there was a specific language that moved the masses and that moved law. And one of the languages was voting, like the power of our pen. And it's not just voting, it was the power of bringing people together to vote. Numbers don't lie. And that's why things like the Million Man March and the things that they put together back then was so powerful and important, because it wasn't just voting, it was, look at the unity, look at the numbers, look at imagine the impact these people could make if they got in position and of power and position in office. And that's why back then they was willing to die. They was willing to die because they looked at it like if we're going to sacrifice ourselves and then pass the baton, then future generations is going to be in a way better place than we are today. And I see that we've lost that sense of understanding and knowledge of voting to the point where they haven't really executed and kept their word, to the point we go, it don't matter no more, I ain't even gonna do it. And they got us right where they want us, right? I ain't even gonna vote, I ain't even gonna do it. Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's how they trick us. We can't do that. We can't do that. And I'm gonna tell you how you start to creep up the ladder. All you do is move the needle a little bit. This year, move it a little bit. This year, let me give you an example. Out of 75,000 people in the town that I live in, right? Out of 75,000 people in the city of New Britain, out of 30,000 registered voters, last election, only 8,000 came out to vote. And that's including both parties. Collectively, only 8,000 came out. And that's been happening for years. And not only just my town, I'm just making an example. It's been happening in a lot of the towns, surrounding towns, and a lot of the states. But specifically talking about my state and my town, that's how serious it is. So the impact has to happen. The impact has to happen. Think about it. Out of 30,000 registered voters, only 8,000 came out and really participated. So all I'm saying is just participate. Participate in the race, participate in the game, participate in going out to the polls. Just participate. Just be active. And then know who's who and what's what, and just move the needle. And collectively as a unit, as we begin to do that, now we can really let them know what we want and what we demand. And if not, we use the power of our pen and the power of our vote to like move them to the side and try somebody else, until eventually, if those people are not keeping their word, and then we groom our own and we put them right in that seat. If all around our state, Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport, New Britain, Meriden, Middletown, Windsor, if Waterbury, if all around our state, elections are being won. Mayoral elections are being won with 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 votes, and we got over 80,000 population in these inner cities, and we're still not getting our due diligence. It's time to move and move them to the side and groom our own, if that's the case. But there are politicians, there are people that I have been working with that's serious about the education of politics, that's serious about increasing the demand of participation and voting. And I've been working with some great people. And 2024 is the movement. Like, it's time. It's time. It's never been no better time than now. That's my message.